Hola, Access International Academy. Many of you know me as Señorita Julie, but some of you may not know that I am also in the Army Reserves. When I'm there, I'm known as Specialist Jaimez. We are doing a Veterans Day video with veterans all around the country answering questions from your very own classmates. I'm going to start by answering the very first question from Adelyn in 3rd grade. The question is it easy being in the military? I gotta tell you, it is not easy being in the military. We have a lot of training that we do to make sure that we are always ready for whatever. It requires a lot of mental and physical strength. So being in the military is not easy, but it is one of the most important jobs out there. Our job is to protect our country. I hope that answers your question. I'm going to pass it to former Captain Peters and the rest of our veterans.
We had over 25 veterans donate their time to answer your questions today, which is pretty amazing. Now, the branches of service that we covered today with all these veterans include the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Marine Corps, the U.S. Navy, and the only one we're missing is the U.S. Coast Guard. We even had the National Guard, which is a part of the U.S. Army, so pretty cool. Now, a few facts about the military before we get into those questions and answers. Some branches of the military service even have their own martial arts. So I'll show you one from the Marine Corps. They have the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, which we also call MCMAP. So pretty fun. Also, some of the recent deployments, those include going to Iraq and Afghanistan, but military personnel can also go all around the country just to be stationed there to do their normal work. And those countries include Germany and Italy and Japan and Korea. And some of the people who answered your questions are actually in some of those areas right now, which is pretty neat. And lastly, when out at night, military personnel are often equipped with night vision goggles. And this is what it looks like. We can walk around while using it, and we can even train to fire weapons while using that night vision. All right, let's get into those questions. Charlie asked, is it true that your uniform is camouflage?
Hey, Charlie, thanks for the question. We're moving to an operational camouflage pattern, or called OCP, here in the near future. If you live near an Air Force base, you'll actually see some of the people wearing it right now. Our OCP was specifically designed for the mountainous or wooden areas. If you use face paint on your face, you can actually become very hard to see when you want to be.
Jude asked, have you ever lost a war?
Jude, the United States has lost one war, and that was Vietnam. I didn't actively participate in it. I wasn't even born yet.
Josie asked, do you have to clean?
Josie, in the military, we clean a lot. Part of it's to keep people busy, and a lot of it's for good order and discipline. And if something goes bad, we know where everything is, so we can get to it right away.
Charlie asked, do you go in helicopters a lot?
Hey, Charlie, you asked a really good question, and the answer is yes. Whenever we're in training, we're always having those experiences in helicopters. And in my experience, when I was also deployed in Afghanistan, was on a helicopter. And so we're always being trained on the fastest way to get in and out of places. And most of the time that is a helicopter. So very good question.
Helena asked what your favorite branch of the military is.
Helena, even though I retired from the United States Air Force, my favorite branch of service is the Space Force. I'm very excited for what the future may hold for them.
Addie asked how long you're gone when you're deployed.
Deployments, in my personal experience, typically last about 9 months. However, they may be as short as 3 months, or they may be as long as 18 months.
Cadence asked how many people are in the military.
Hi, Cadence. So I think there are over 1 million people in the military. That's more people in states like Montana and Delaware and Maine. And what's really cool is that all of those people in the military have volunteered to serve in the military. So no one told them that they had to do that. They all decided that they wanted to volunteer on their own. So maybe one day you'll want to volunteer and be in the military too.
Autumn asked, do you like to play?
Hi, Autumn. So I really like to play. I love to play sports like basketball and do board games and puzzles. So even though I'm an adult, I still enjoy playing.
Jude wants to know if there were dinosaurs in World War II.
That is a very good question, Jude. I do think that dinosaurs could have been around during World War II, and I think that possibly they may have sent a velociraptor after Hitler, which may have ended World War II.
Caden asked, have you ever seen an A10 warthog?
Caden, that is a very good question. I actually have seen an A10. I was in the country of Iraq, and they were doing some test runs for the A10, and it was very cool to watch, especially with their gun that they have in the front of their aircraft. It sounds like a laser. It kind of goes like zzz.
Lily asked if the beds you sleep on are comfy.
Hi, Lily. Thanks for your question. Are the beds that we sleep in comfortable? Not often, not especially while we're deployed. So I'll oftentimes bring something to sleep on that I can put directly on a mattress, or if I have to sleep outside on the grass or in the dirt, I'll bring a little something that I can sleep on just to make sure that I stay warm, and also it makes it a little bit more comfy. But I'd much rather sleep in my own bed at home. That's pretty comfy.
Mikiah asked, what is your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert is ice cream, and it doesn't matter what flavor ice cream. I just love all ice cream. I love ice cream by itself. I love ice cream in milkshakes. I love any kind of ice cream. So, but if I had to pick a favorite, I think I would say cookies and cream or chocolate and peanut butter.
Jack asked how long you served and what type of food you ate.
So Jack, I served from 1998 to 2002. So for 4 years, I served in the United States Marine Corps. The type of food I ate varied. When I was on base, on a Marine Corps base, we ate a lot of fish and rice and skinless chicken and vegetables. When I was out in the field, we ate a lot of MREs, which are meals ready to eat. They're not as bad as they sound, but they're not exactly good either.
Eva asked what your favorite color is.
Eva, my favorite color is blue. And blue is my favorite color because of the sky and all the different shades of blue that we see all around us all day.
Mrs. T asked if you always wanted to be in the military.
Honestly speaking, no, I didn't want to always be in the military. It was a decision that we had to take as a family. So initially it wasn't my decision. My husband encouraged me to join, but then now I have seen so much potentials I can do even in the military, and I'm trying to tap into that.
Vera asked how long you've served.
Hi Vera. I've been serving in the U.S. Air Force for 14 years, so it's been a while.
Adelyn asked, what's your favorite constellation?
Hello Adelyn. My favorite constellation is Ursa Major. Did you know that in Latin, it means greater she-bear? I resonate with that because I'm a mama bear of 2 kids, and there isn't much I wouldn't do to protect them.
Abby asked what your favorite animal is.
Hey Abby from 3rd grade. My favorite animal is a wolf.
Camille asked, what's your favorite sport?
Camille from 1st grade. My favorite sport is hockey.
Charlie P asked, is the military hard?
There's 2 different ways it was hard. The first was that I was in Okinawa, Japan for 3 years, and so I missed out on a lot of family gatherings, Christmases, Thanksgivings, birthdays, weddings, you name it. I think another way that it was hard for me was that my job was a difficult one. I was a combat engineer, and so I did construction and demolitions, and I deployed to Iraq in 2008, and that was pretty tough. And so I think it also depends on what job you have in the military, what service you're in. Some tend to be more physically demanding than others.
Cora asked why you joined the military.
Hello, Cora. I joined the military because I wanted to serve and protect the country that I love. And I also joined the military for the educational benefits and to be an asset to the military within my career field, which is vehicle maintenance. Thank you and have a great Veterans Day.
Damian asked, what are the chances there will be another world war?
Ciao, Damian. Greetings from northern Italy, Aviano Air Base. I don't think that there will be another world war, not at the scale that we saw with World War I and World War II. There will definitely be some fighting, there'll be some conflicts that, countries are engaged with, but because we're so connected with our economies and, with how the internet has connected us all, I just don't think that there will be a giant world war like that. Thanks for your question.
Autumn asked if you get to watch movies during work.
Hi, I'm Lance Corporal Riggy from Cleveland, Ohio. When we're actually doing our job as mortarmen with the 81mm cannon, we don't get to watch movies. However, most work days, we get to watch a lot of movies. Right now, I'm watching The Mandalorian.
Cole asked if you like spaghetti.
Well, I like my husband's spaghetti. I'm not really big on the red, spaghetti sauce, but when my husband makes it just right, then I really like spaghetti.
Charlie C. asked, is the military loud?
That's a great question, Charlie. Yes, it is very loud. In the military for the Marines, I was in the Marine Corps, between, driving trucks, which I drove 7-ton Humvees and MRAPs. It was very, very loud. The engines are very loud. Firing the weapons that we fired, guns and different things is very loud. So yes, I would say it's very loud in the military.
Xiao asked how big the military cannons are.
Hello, Xiao. I am Lance Corporal Watson. I'm from Wellington, Colorado. The biggest cannon that I currently know of is a 155mm howitzer. It's a pretty big cannon. My job is to work on 81mm mortars, which is a very big cannon as well. Thank you for your question.
Adriel asked, what do you do and do you like it?
Thanks for the question. So in the Marine Corps, I am a financial management officer. Currently, I'm stationed at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. as a budget analyst, where I get to work on the budget that gets submitted to the president every year. And I do love it because I get to work with math and money and numbers every day. I've always loved math, liked it since I was in elementary school. So it's really a joy to get to do that as my job.
Natalie asked, what did you eat and did you like it?
Probably my favorite meal in the morning was scrambled eggs and bacon and what they call creamed beef on toast. Dinner, you might have roast beef. I don't know how they got it to turn that color. If you're in the field in a either a combat situation, it was a C ration. C rations consisted during my time of basically a box, and it was canned food. For each and every one of those boxes, they put just a little roll of toilet paper in there. It was missing that TLC that only mom and dad can provide for you.
Declan asked, how hard is the military?
Being in the military is really not that tough. I mean, you have days that you're away from family, but you have some pretty incredible teammates that make up for it, and you're doing a really great thing. So really appreciate the question, and hope that I answered it well for you.
Rose asked, what's one of the hardest times you had?
Hi, Rose. That's a great question. My name is Derek, and I got out of the Marine Corps about 3 years ago as a captain. Now, for me, one of the hardest things that we had to go through was while being deployed, we had to go on a lot of daily missions that would take pretty much all day, 18 to 24 hours, and then we'd have to do the exact same thing the next day for many, many weeks in a row. Now, not having a whole lot of rest really starts to wear you down and kind of makes you a little fuzzy, and you got to remember, even Marines need their beauty sleep. So thanks again for the great question. Always stay curious. Take care.
Callie asked why you went in and where did you sleep?
Hey, Callie, in the 4th grade. The reason why I went into the military because my dad was in the military and I had looked up to him, so he was my superhero. So when I got older and I joined the military, me and your teacher, Miss James, we are actually fellow companions in the military. She was like a good friend to me in the military as well. Where did I sleep? We slept outside. We slept in the grass. We slept on anything we can actually find to lay our heads at. We slept on it. We stayed in buildings and everything. And I hope you're doing well in school. You keep doing a good job. Have a good grades.
Lorraine asked, what is it like and how many years have you served?
So life in the Army is a lot of fun and it's very rewarding. Sometimes I have to be away from my family a lot, which is hard sometimes, especially for my children. But it's a wonderful honor to serve our country. I've been serving in the Army for almost 13 years, so quite a long time. It's making me start to feel very old. But it's been a wonderful experience, a very rewarding experience, and I'm glad I've had the opportunity to do it. Thank you so much for your question, Lauren. Bye.
Eloise asked what it's like being in the military.
Being in the military is empowering. It gives you a sense of self-worth. I have met friends from all over the world. I have been able to travel to many different countries, and to be able to tell my friends and family back home that I am able to serve abroad is so amazing and gives me so much self-purpose. So the military has been nothing but good to me.
Max asked, do you have to get good grades to be in the military?
That is a great question. Yes, you do. Because being in the military isn't just about being physically fit. It's about being, mentally tough and mentally strong up there. And getting good grades, it really shows that you're a hard worker. It shows that you're someone who, will put in the time and the effort to get results. And whether you want to serve in the military or not, getting good grades will really help you along the way.
Azra asked, what's your favorite color?
Color of the shirt, favorite color is blue. Hope you all have a happy Veterans Day.
Miss Nicole asked how old you were when you joined.
Hey, Miss Nicole from 3rd grade. I was 19 years old when I joined the Army. This is a picture of me right here.
Azra asked if you liked basketball.
Yes, I love basketball. I'm a huge Nuggets fan. I hope you are too.
Naomi asked, do you like the food?
Hey, Naomi from 3rd grade. I'm going to say yes. Breakfast is my favorite, and all the dining facilities I've been to have some of the most amazing omelets that I've ever had.
Heidi asked if you're worried about the coronavirus.
Hey, Heidi from 4th grade. And yes, all military members have to take certain precautions when they come into contact with somebody that has gotten sick or thinks that they're sick. So that person will get tested for corona, and if they think that they're positive, they'll have to miss work for 14 days. Every member is crucial to the mission. When somebody misses, somebody else has to pick up the slack somewhere else.
Kestrel asked, did you like serving and where did you enjoy going?
Hey Kestrel, I did like serving. I got to work with some cool people that outside of the Marine Corps I never would have met, and I got to do some pretty exciting things that were different. And then the favorite places to go for me, there's too many to list. I mean, I got to see new countries. I got to go to the Maldives, United Arab Emirates, Oman, Jordan. I can't even remember all the different countries and places that I saw, and that was a really cool part of serving in the military.
Joey asked if you've ever used a sniper.
Hi Joey, my name is Lance Corporal Heil. I'm with 1381s. I'm from Kendallville, Indiana. I have shot the sniper rifle. It's called the SAS. It's pretty long. Is a long rifle. It's pretty dope. A lot of recoil.